what you're doing to me, Brenda.
We've got to stop, Dan.
Brenda, you're fighting me for the wrong reasons. You know how long it's been. I've been wanting to kiss you and hold you just like this. It's been killing me.
No. But I mean it. We really do have to stop. Okay, not yet.
Viki, honey, I feel awful about the way Roger treated you last night. You know I can't concentrate on anything. I couldn't sleep last night. Today at the wedding, I was very happy for Beau and Sarah, but I could not stop staring at Roger. I cannot figure out why he did this to me. Why would he run out of patience now? It's just shocking. It's so unlike him. It's almost as if he... Well, if you'll forgive me for saying this, it's almost as if he was having one of Clint's tantrums. I know. I went to him last night to talk to him alone. All he did was give me another ultimatum. He said to me, if I swore that I would leave Clint right after the election, he would stick by me. Well, look, I can't do that. I don't know, maybe some good is going to come out of all this. You know, when you stop hurting, and honey, I know it's going to take some time, but when that happens, you're going to have a much simpler life. I mean, Clint and Roger, you're not going to be between.
Kid says this is the best champagne they have, but I never heard of it.
I'm sure it'll do just fine, Pa.
Do you think it's appropriate for a mayoral candidate to be seen drinking champagne at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Of course, honey. You're celebrating Beau and Sarah's wedding, and also you're rising the polls.
Is that terrific or what? Ace is now supporting it. Yes, but would he be if I weren't winning?
You are a winner, Viki. Always have been and always will be. But, you know, I've been giving a lot of thought to this, and I realized something. Having a mayor in the family is not going to be so bad at all.
No. You'll just pave the way for Kevin to be the next president someday. Well, let's raise our glasses to Brother Beau and his bride's happiness, and to my lovely wife, the next mayor of Llanview.
Cheers.
Doesn't seem like the spot for a quiet drink, does it?
On the contrary. That group looks entirely too happy. I think we should quiet them down.
Max? It's Lily.
Why did you knock?
I was just warning you that I was coming in. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just worried.
You were worried?
Yeah, I thought maybe you can handle being in town by yourself.
I survived.
Yeah, I see. So, did you find Gabrielle? Did you talk to her? Did you see her? Is she coming up here soon?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
No, I didn't see Gabrielle, but I saw Father Vallone, and he said he'd give her the message.
Well, what was the message?
Oh, I read an article that they were looking for a building to house the drug rehabilitation center, and when he asked me why I wanted to find Gabrielle, I told him that this house was available.
Oh, brilliant, Lily. Brilliant. So, what else did he say?
He said that he knew the house and that he told Gabrielle about it.
Oh, good. So I hope she'll come up here soon.
What will you do when she does?
Well, I think I got it figured out. Here's my plan. Tell me what you think of it, okay?
Well, thank you very, very much. I just hope this celebration isn't too premature.
Oh, I see. You're already assuming that you've won the election.
Dorian. Hi, Herb.
Sorry for the intrusion.
Oh, yes, we didn't know we'd be intruding on the front runner's lair.
Would you like to join us in a glass of champagne, Dorian?
No, thank you, really.
Oh, I'd love a glass. You see, Herb and I were planning to cry in our beer. I was just kidding. We're not at all discouraged by the polls.
12 points. cannot help but be discouraging.
Well, it doesn't make me happy.
There's still quite a few weeks until the election.
You know, Dorian, Llanview is very boring without you. Welcome home, honey. I'm just sorry you latched on to this loser again.
Always nice running into you, too, Asa.
Asa, would you please try and be cordial?
Kind of hard to be cordial, honey, to someone that fills the papers with dirt about you and your family.
Excuse me, but Herb was not responsible.
Right, and the sun sets in the east.
Dorian, let's get ourselves a table.
Don't let her upset you, sweetheart.
What happened, Viki? You forgot how to deal with that woman?
No, but something that she no doubt pointed out. Something I cannot ignore. Roger's desertion is going to have a very negative effect on my popularity. Why do you think that, Don? Why? Because there are lots of voters out there who only care about headlines and sound bites, who are much more interested in my personal life than my professional one.
Honey, listen to me. Once you get over how that snake bit you, you're going to be fine. And you're going to be much better off without Roger Gordon's influence over your platform or your personal life.
Sorry, Asa, but you're wrong. I'm not better off without Roger, nor is my campaign. I just cannot figure out why he did this to me.
You are a free woman, and you keep denying your feelings.
I hate this. I keep telling you no, we can't have a relationship. It won't work. We can't be together, and every time...
Yeah, and every time I push it, you fall into my arms and you melt.
Well, you're a doctor. You understand enough biology and enough chemistry to know that sexual attraction doesn't always make for the right
Brenda, come
relationship,
on.
Dan.
Look, it's not the sexual attraction that you're worried about. It's just that you're afraid. I know that you're afraid of being embarrassed.
Embarrassed?
Yes.
Why?
Well, you know, everyone at the hospital knows that you are engaged to my father, and then once they find out that you and I are in love...
In love? I don't remember ever telling you that I was in love with you, Dan.
Wait. When they start those rumors, they're gonna start all these rumors about us fooling around behind Dad's back. But, Brenda, we can make it through that.
Let me tell you something.
What?
If I wanted to be with you, no gossip at the hospital or anything else would stop me. And I know we have this thing for each other, but I think if you quit forcing it, we'd probably just get over it, don't you think?
Why do we have to get over it? Do you see a better future for you and Stephen with Michael Grant?
I don't know what I have to say to you to get through. There is nothing going on with me and Michael Grant, and that is the last I ever want to hear about it. Oh, you are so important to me. Do you know that since the first day?
You are important to me, too. And I want us to be together, really together. We are so alike.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand you better than anyone else does. I know what you were feeling when people were telling you to abort the baby. I know how you felt, Brenda. I know how you felt when people were telling you that Stephen wasn't alive and you still believed it.
I know. Oh, I know that.
Brenda, we are soulmates. And we cannot get enough of each other. And you know what that adds up to in a relationship?
What?
Heaven. We have the perfect relationship. Passion, emotion, understanding, which is so invaluable. We could have such a good friendship. And such tender love. I love you. I love you more than anything else.
Oh, Dan. Oh, Dan.
Why does it scare you so much?
I don't know. But I'm gonna think about it.
You think about it. All right? Don't run away from it. Deal with it.
Okay. I think
What do you
maybe
think?
a lot of it has been because I haven't wanted Larry to feel humiliated or embarrassed or betrayed.
You're telling me we can't go on with us because of a mistake you made with my dad. Brenda, that is so crazy.
You know what I think is crazy?
What?
I think this is crazy sometimes, and I don't know why. I just do. I just do.
You know, you've been driving yourself crazy.
I'm sorry if I've ever hurt you.
No. It can take a toll after a while, you know.
Yep.
Whoa. Brenda, wait! Brenda! Hi, Dad.
So how's your day been going so far, son?
Well, Brenda and I, we were obviously having a serious talk, and, well, you know, something happened, and, well, it's really not worth talking about.
Really?
Yeah, well, you know, I just, you know, I gotta get back to work.
Wait a minute. Well, relax. Why don't you take a little break? Try and get your head together. Talk to your old man.
Dad, I'm okay. I don't need to talk. I just gotta explain something to Brenda.
Well, obviously she didn't want to talk to you right now. On the other hand, I do.
About what?
About what's happening with you and her.
Dad, nothing's...
Here, wipe the lipstick off. Let's find someplace private we can talk, all right?
So, what's your plan?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to be hidden. I'm going to let her see me.
What?
Now, relax, relax. Obviously, my face has changed since the accident and the surgery. And she thinks I'm dead. So when she comes here and meets this creature I've become, Max Holden is the last thing she'll think about.
Max, you and Gabrielle were lovers, and don't you think she'll feel something?
She'll feel something, but she won't know what it is.
I know you want me to be enthusiastic about this, and I have to tell you, my honest opinion is that I think it's risky. If you don't want Gabrielle to know that you're alive, if you do, that's a different matter.
No, I don't want her to know. And she won't figure it out by herself.
Then who are you going to pretend to be?
No, try this. A recluse. Howard Hughes type. Now, I know when she comes up here, she's going to fall in love with this place. It's perfect for a rehab house. Well, I'm not just going to turn it over to her. I'm going to tell her I'm going to have to think about it.
So she'll think she can convince you to move out?
Bingo. Which will require her to come up here several times to talk to me. We become friends and so on and so on.
Max, what if you want to take her in your arms?
I'll resist.
What if you can't? Max, you're playing a very dangerous game here. And I'm not sure I trust it. I mean, let me be a go-between, okay? You can tell me what to say, and I'll speak with Gabrielle. Please don't face her, Max. You'll end up getting hurt.
Roger Gordon is not worth it, Viki.
Asa, please, don't badmouth him anymore.
Badmouth him? What?
Darling, she doesn't want to talk about Roger.
Well, we're going to have to discuss a successor to him, sweetheart.
I'm not sure that this is the time or the place.
Viki, this is your family. You can trust us to do right by you, unlike some others.
Asa, honey.
I know who should be your campaign manager. Clint.
I'll do it. I'll do it, honey, if you'll have me. Not exactly what I'd call an enthusiastic response.
Wait a minute. Would somebody please tell me what's going on here? Now, why are you all of a sudden doing backflips?
Backflips? I came around to your side weeks ago, and you know that. I would have contributed more, but it was kind of hard. Roger never wanted me around.
Only when there was a cameraman nearby.
Now, I want you to beat Herb Callison, and I think I can help you do it. I've got several ideas that I've been holding back because of Roger.
Well, I'm very flattered, and I thank you, but I'm not sure that you can do it.
Why? Because of my other responsibilities?
Yes. Darling, it is a full-time job.
Vicky's done it, and she's doing it. I can do it. I want to be by my wife's side during this thing, win, lose, or draw. I want to be part of the good times as well as part of the bad times. And I want to be able to look back on this in a few years and see that we were two people who were united during the quest as well as in the victory.
I'm very touched.
Then it's settled?
No, it is not settled.
Oh.
Give me 5 minutes to think about it.
Okay, I'm going to call my office and check in, and I'll be back later.
No, I don't know what Cassie's going to do, and I don't think she knows either.
Don't get distracted by the Buchanans again.
You don't realize how much gold is involved in that feud between Clint and Roger. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Asa didn't pay Roger off to resign as campaign manager and break off with Viki.
Roger is an honorable man.
I know, he's too honorable, just like you.
Roger, it's me.
Yes, Clint. Where are you?
I'm at Max's place. We convinced Viki to come out and celebrate the rise in the polls and also Beau and Sarah's wedding.
So you think this is a good time for step 2?
I'm convinced of it. I think it's a perfect time. You'll never guess who's here. Herb Callison and Dorian Warren.
Well, then, yes. We better get started.
All right. Well, hurry. I'll be waiting on you.
Forget it. I don't want you to be a go-between. It'll never work. I gotta see her alone if I'm gonna help her.
You're going to expose yourself to
Well,
her?
not. I'll play a role, a man hidden. For years, because of his scars, I'll create a mystique that will draw her to me, and then she'll open herself up.
Then what?
I'll help her cope with all the bitterness and pain she has. I gotta help her go through this somehow.
For your son's sake, I hope you succeed.
Oh, really? So do I. So do I.
What time is it? Oh, 3 o'clock. I have to get back to the estate. Jared's coming home early today.
Hey, Peaches, you have a right to have a day off from Jared's estate, okay?
I know. I need to get home. I don't want to lie to him about where I've been.
Gotcha. Well, listen, I hope Gabrielle comes here soon.
Yeah.
And, hey, thanks. Thanks for everything, okay? I mean that.
Sure. Max, be careful, okay? Don't get hurt anymore.
Thank you so much. I'm very glad you're going to vote for me. I appreciate that.
And listen, I'm real sorry about that guy quitting on you. He must be a real loser.
Thanks for stopping by. If you got any questions or suggestions, be sure and stop by my wife's campaign headquarters anytime.
Well, thanks. I'm sure she'll win big.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I just had a really good idea.
What?
Why don't you become my campaign manager?
Way to go, Clint. Surprise.
I don't know. What are the hours? What does it pay?
Dear, terrible hours, excruciating long hours, no pay at all, and the worst part is that you have to spend an inordinate amount of time with me.
Ooh. What are those words? I regret that I have but one life to give to my city. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
This is what keeps this old man alive. Seeing his son and daughter-in-law still love each other. The youngest married to a gal who's going to make him happy the rest of his life. And on top of that, I found me a pretty good woman who's making me happy, too.
And that is truly an accomplishment, Renee. Oh.
Ah.
Look at that, Herb. I bet this is all a setup for the photographer.
Kenny, get a few more of these.
Is he from the Banner?
No, he's freelance.
Oh. Don't forget to include Ace and Renee, please. Thank you.
What have you eaten? You only had one.
What's going on?
Oh, good heavens.
Roger.
What are they celebrating?
Why don't you sit down? You seem a little shaky.
I'm fine. What's Victoria so happy?
Well, haven't you seen the new polls? I mean, Viki's trip to Washington gave her a temporary boost.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who made her go there. Champagne, huh? Are you that happy to get rid of it?
I don't know where to begin. I guess I might as well start with the most important thing. Dad, I love Brenda. I loved her since the first time I met her.
Something I spotted. You denied it back then.
Dad, of course I denied it. I denied it to myself for as long as I could. I didn't want to feel that way. But I do. And when I realize that, you have no idea how guilty I feel.
Were you seeing her when we were engaged?
Dad, no. Absolutely not. None of that happened. I promise you. In fact, Brenda's having a hard time dealing. I guess you're pretty mad.
Oh, Dan, I got a lot of anger left over from my relationship with Brenda. I always thought we broke up because of Michael Grant. I guess maybe I was wrong. Maybe we broke up over you.
No, Dad, she told me that it was your overreacting, that's why.
Well,
that was the
yes,
reason.
Of course, she would say that. Has it occurred to you, every time she turns around, she's turned into someone else for help. First it was me, then Michael Grant, and now you.
God, you make it sound very callous.
Well, I think she's a very disturbed woman. You know, if Steve Holden were still alive, none of this would be happening. You, me, Michael, we wouldn't have a chance in this.
Are you telling me she's on the rebound?
Yeah, you got it.
No way, Dad. No way. That could not happen. Not with me, anyway. Maybe with you and Michael, but... Sorry.
No, that's fine. I want to hear your opinion. I want everything out in the open now.
Brenda loves me, Dad. I know she does. And I think that she might have, maybe for a little bit while you two were together. Not that she knew it. Dad, look, she's not even admitting it anyway.
Why?
Because she's worried about your feelings. When the elevator doors opened, Dad, I thought she was going to die. You know, I don't even know if she's going to be able to ever face you again.
No, don't you worry. Brenda recovers a lot faster than we give her credit for.
So where does Michael Grand fit in this picture?
Well, he's still involved. But Brenda knows that he's not the right man for her. She knows deep down inside that I'm the guy that she needs.
Miss Burton? Miss Burton!
Brenda.
I want you to pack all of Stephen's things, would you please? And make sure that he's dressed in something that he'll be comfortable to travel in. Just do that for me right now.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to Arizona to see my father. Would you please hurry?
Does Mr. Grand know about this?
No, he doesn't yet. Yes, ma'am. I need to book a flight tonight for 2 from Llanview, Pennsylvania to Phoenix, Arizona. No, that'll be one way, and the earliest one that you have. 7 o'clock? Yeah, but that's all right. A direct flight's better. The name's Brenda.
Brenda, what is wrong with you?
I'll call you right back.
What? Mrs. Worden tells me that you are going to take Stephen and go to Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave here tonight, and I'm not gonna be coming back, Michael.
What's wrong?
I miss home, I miss my father. And I just thought it would be really good for Stephen to grow up in Arizona where I grew up.
What brought all this on?
Something I've been kicking around ever since I got Stephen back. I know it's sudden, it's just something I want to do.
If you've been kicking it around for so long, then why haven't you ever mentioned it to me? We talk a lot. You've never said anything about going back to your father.
I know you don't want me to take Stephen, but I cannot stay here.
What have I done wrong?
You haven't done anything, Michael.
Despite my best efforts, you still feel smothered, right?
No, I don't. You're wonderful. I value our friendship. I just want to go home.
Weren't you supposed to work 2 shifts at the hospital?
Yeah.
So if you've walked off your job and you're making reservations to fly out of this town, then something happened.
No, I know it's sudden. It's just, I made the decision and I just had to act on it, you know?
Dan Wallach is behind this, isn't he?
Dad, I didn't mean to hurt you. But I guess it had to come out sooner or later. And I did not plan this to happen at all. Please believe that.
I know that. Can't expect me to wish you and Brenda luck and give you my blessing. She cut me really deep, Dan. Part of me wants to protect you from her.
Dad, I don't need to be protected from her.
Don't listen to me. She ran away from you. She refuses to look at her own feelings. Does that seem familiar? She ran away from me, too.
Dad, it's not the same. It's not.
All right. If she decides to have a relationship with you, are you prepared to commit yourself to an emotionally unstable woman with a baby?
I already have. In my heart, anyway. Dad, I know you're trying to help me, and I know you're trying to do what you think is best for me. But this isn't a case where I can take any advice from you. I explain the story. Could we just drop it?
Yeah, I guess we should. No, I'm going to say one last thing. I'm going to stick my neck out. Dan, Brenda once told me that before she met Steve Holden, she'd been afraid to make any sort of commitment to anybody. And I think she still is afraid. I mean, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Sort of. I kind of, in a way, see it. But I'm not going to let that stop me.
You see, I wasn't wrong about you.
Roger, stop this. You are drunk.
None of us want to deal with your partner. Just move along.
Come on, let me handle this. Roger, please. Now, we're just celebrating the latest poll.
Yeah, I know, and you have me to thank for that. You were afraid to go to Washington and squeal on Hetzer. I got you to go.
Why are you doing this to me? Haven't you done enough?
Me. That's all you ever think about. Your ambition, your needs, your problems, not mine.
All right, now that's enough. Just move on.
You know, Clint, I really feel sorry for you being married to an egotist like her.
Roger Gordon, I've admired you for a long, long time, and I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt when you quit Vicky's campaign, but this is irresponsible and disgusting. Now just leave.
You know, for somebody who's married to one of the biggest scoundrels of all time, Asa Buchanan, you really don't have any right to pass judgment on me.
Oh, that do it, Roger.
No, Asa, sit down, please.
I'll get
If there's violence, I will never speak to you again.
Take care of your temper, Pa. He's drunk.
Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm drunk on her lies. I'm going to walk you to the door. If you don't want to walk, I'm going to pick you up by the neck.
Asa, let me talk to you. Let me talk. Come on, Roger. I'll buy you a drink. Let's go.
I think you need some coffee.
I don't want any coffee.
Let's go.
Come on. This whole campaign is a Buchanan conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
There was a taxi out front. I pushed Roger in and sent him home.
Good.
Vicky, are you all right? Oh, Dorian, I'm sure you enjoyed that scene immensely, but please don't gloat.
I was not gloating. I was very concerned. It was horrible what Roger did.
I want to go home, Dorian.
Yes, of course. I'll get the tab.
Darling, I am so sorry that this celebration has turned out the way it has. I don't know what has happened to Roger. I don't understand it. Come on.
Vicky, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Unbelievable, poor lady.
Oh, well, all I can say is she must have heard Roger an awful lot for him to
Well,
react like
we just don't know what's behind it.
And it really doesn't matter, Herb, because once that photographer prints those photographs in the news, that will set back Vicky's campaign a lot. What luck for us.
Why do you say that Dan has something to do with this?
Because when you're anywhere near him, you get very tense. He's been coming on to you, hasn't he?
There's an attraction between us, but that's not why I'm leaving, really.
Then why are you leaving, Brenda? Has Larry Wallach been making life difficult for you at the hospital?
No, Larry's been fine. I want to go home, that's all.
You are not a good liar, Brenda. I know that as recently as this morning, you had no thoughts of going home.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm afraid you are going to talk about it because you are considering taking away from me the fundamental reason for my living. To lose Stephen right now, to lose you, would be entirely too devastating for my life. I have to have the chance to fight against who's ever causing you to act this way.
Something happened at the hospital between Dan and me, and that is all that I want to say.
I know the chief of staff and several board members at the hospital. I'm going to have Dan removed.
No, I don't want you to do that,
Brenda,
please.
one way or the other, I am going to take care of this.
You are scaring me. I mean, I think that you're upset and you might lose your temper or something, so please just don't go over there.
Then how do you suggest we handle this problem?
Michael, it's my problem. It's not yours to handle. It's mine. I have to deal with it.
By disappearing from my life? By taking that baby away from me? I'm sorry, I am not going to accept that kind of solution.
I don't want to hurt you, Michael. I just have to make some changes in my life right now.
Because of Dan Wallach? If that boy is doing anything to make you afraid, then maybe I should just simply call the police, shouldn't I?
No. He's not doing anything to me.
Then why are you so afraid, Brenda?
Listen, you know, I think there is another solution to this. I don't have to leave Llanview. I'll quit my job, okay?
Yes. You could do that. You could be a full-time mother.
That's what I want.
Yes. So you'll stay in Llanview?
Yes. But I still want to go and see my father.
Of course. As soon as you've turned in your resignation and settled yourself down. Or we could bring your father here and he could visit your brother at the same time. Now, in the future, if Dan Woollett comes anywhere near you, makes any remarks or advances towards you, then you must tell me, because I will make sure that he never comes near you or bothers you again.
Hey, Eddie.
Oh, Mr. Gordon, you're back.
Yeah, I've lost my gloves. Did you find them around here anywhere?
No, I haven't seen him. Boy, you're sure sobered up fast.
Yeah, didn't I?
Yeah.
Good night.
Roger.
Dorian.
Well, I should think that the bar is the last place you need right now.
I didn't come here to drink. I thought I left my gloves here, but I didn't.
Well, you seem to be a little more sober. Does that mean you're a little more reasonable now?
Well, was I unreasonable earlier?
And unkind and out of control? Look, I don't know you very well, but I saw a man who was in a great deal of pain. Would you like to sit down and get a few things off your chest?
Let's see, you can use it against Victoria.
Roger, I hardly need to do that. I think you're going to cost her quite a number of votes.
Have you ever loved and lost, Dorian? It's an old story, huh? A million songs have been written about it. It sells books and movies. It's all very entertaining. Until you're the one who loses.
Do you know that's the most difficult thing in the world? To face it and overcome it. Now, I think you faced it, but you're having one hell of a time overcoming it.
Where'd you get that idea? I hate her now.
Roger, no, you don't hate her. If she left Clint tomorrow, you'd be back with her in a second.
She took me for a complete fool, Dorian. It's all very clear now. It's all fine as long as I kept my place. It's fine if I adored her and just hung around so she could turn to me when Clint was being a jerk. It's fine if I ran her campaign, boosted her confidence, filled her coffers, supported her campaign, wiped her nose if she started to cry, bandaged her knees if she fell down. According to Victoria, I could be her daddy, her best friend, her boyfriend, but by God, I could never take the place of her husband.
Well, what did she actually say when you pressed her about leaving Clint?
I never pressed her. That's the kind of hairpin I am. I might have mentioned it once or twice, but it was, it was just so obvious that we were tuned in together just so much better. We laughed more. All that simpatico. We had real simpatico, Dorian.
Oh, Roger, I've known Viki for quite a long time, and I could have warned you that if things are not done her way, they're not done at all.
You can say that again. She talks a good game, doesn't she? Little Miss Perfect.
Well, I'm quite delighted that you finally realized that. Do you know how many people in this town don't realize what a hypocrite she is? I mean, that goody two-shoes, holier-than-thou attitude. Oh.
You know, if you would have said that a day or two, I would have knocked you out of your chair. And if you're not careful when I'm totally sober, I might still do it.
Oh, that's because you still love her. It's going to take you time to heal.
I need more than time. I want revenge.
Something out there?
No, just a full moon. I was thinking maybe that's what caused Roger's behavior. I guess that's not really possible, is it?
Honey, you didn't want to talk about it in the car. Do you want to talk about it now?
No, I want to go to sleep for about 12 hours.
It's still going to be with you in the morning. It isn't going to just go away. Now, sooner or later, you're going to have to come to grips with the fact that Roger double-crossed you.
But I don't know how to do that. That's the deplorable. He's just not the same man I used to know. Something has changed him so drastically, so suddenly.
Honey, he couldn't stand not having you, and he exploded. But he'll get over it. And so will you.
Clint, I feel so betrayed. And I know it's not fair to talk about it with you.
Of course it is. We talk about everything. Or at least we used to talk about everything. Honey, I'm here for you. I can stand whatever it is you say, or whatever it is you're feeling. Why don't you let me take you to bed and hold you? I'll hold you all night long in my arms. And I'll make you feel safe and warm again.
Is there any chance you'll love me like this? Gabrielle?
And Joan London.
Next week, how Hollywood is getting all charged up for Oscar night.
And which movie did you choose for Best Picture of the Year? Find out on Good Morning America.